5.2 Design Identification and Authentication Strategy. Welcome to this lesson on designing an identification and authentication strategy. Identification and authentication are the foundation of access control, ensuring that only authorized individuals and devices can access systems, applications, and sensitive data. Organizations must implement strong authentication mechanisms to prevent unauthorized access, credential theft, and identity fraud. In this lesson, we will explore identification methods, authentication techniques, session management, and best practices for secure identity management. Let's begin. Before we dive into authentication strategies, let's define two key terms: identification and authentication. Identification is the process of claiming an identity. It answers the question, who are you? This could be a username, an employee ID, or a fingerprint. Authentication is the process of proving that the claimed identity is valid. It answers the question, can you prove it's really you? This is done using passwords, biometrics, or authentication tokens. Think of identification like presenting a passport at the airport. Authentication is when the immigration officer verifies your passport against a database to confirm your identity. For example, when you enter your email address on a login page, that's identification. When you enter a password and receive an MFA prompt, that's authentication. Always require both identification and authentication before granting access. Use unique identifiers, such as usernames or employee IDs, for better tracking. Ensure authentication methods are secure and resistant to attacks. Authentication is just one part of access control. AAA stands for Authentication, Authorization, and Accounting, which are three critical security processes. First, authentication verifies a user's identity before allowing access. Second, authorization determines what resources the authenticated user is allowed to access. Third, accounting logs user activity to track access and ensure compliance. For example, when an employee logs into a company's system using a password and MFA, that is authentication. When they are only able to access HR records but not financial systems, that is authorization. When their login attempts and activities are recorded for auditing, that is accounting. Implement strong authentication to verify user identities securely. Apply role-based authorization to restrict user permissions. Enable detailed logging and monitoring for security auditing. There are several authentication methods ranging from traditional passwords to more advanced, secure techniques. First, password-based authentication. This is the most common, but also the weakest method, as passwords can be stolen, guessed, or reused across multiple accounts. Second, multi-factor authentication, MFA. MFA requires users to provide multiple pieces of evidence before granting access, such as a password and a fingerprint, or a one-time passcode. Third, passwordless authentication. This uses biometrics, smart cards, or authentication apps instead of traditional passwords to reduce security risks. For example, a banking app using passwordless authentication may allow users to log in with facial recognition instead of a password, reducing the risk of credential theft. Require MFA for accessing critical systems. Encourage passwordless authentication to enhance security. Regularly review and update authentication policies to prevent weaknesses. Session management ensures that authenticated users maintain secure access to resources while preventing unauthorized use of their sessions. First, enforce session timeouts. Automatically logging out inactive users reduces the risk of unauthorized access if a session is left open. Second, use secure session tokens. Encrypted session tokens help prevent attackers from hijacking user sessions. Third, implement re-authentication for sensitive transactions. Even if a session is active, requiring additional verification for critical actions prevents unauthorized changes. For example, an online banking portal requiring users to re-enter their password before transferring money ensures better session security. Set session timeouts to log out inactive users automatically. Encrypt session tokens to prevent hijacking. require re-authentication for high-risk actions. Federated Identity Management allows users to authenticate once and access multiple services across different organizations or platforms. This eliminates the need for multiple passwords while improving security and user experience. Single sign-on SSO is a common implementation of federated identity, allowing users to log in once and gain access to multiple applications without re-entering credentials. For example, an employee logging into their company's portal using SSO can also access Google Workspace, Salesforce, and Microsoft 365 without entering separate passwords. Use SSO to improve authentication security and user experience. Ensure identity providers' IDPs use strong authentication mechanisms. Monitor federated identity logs to detect unauthorized access. Credential management ensures that authentication credentials such as passwords and encryption keys are stored securely and used only when necessary. First, use a password vault. Secure password management tools like LastPass or Bitwarden store and encrypt passwords to prevent unauthorized access. Second, implement just-in-time JIT access. JIT minimizes the exposure of credentials by providing temporary access only when needed. Third, regularly rotate credentials. Changing passwords and API keys periodically reduces the risk of credential theft. For example, a cloud administrator using just-in-time access receives temporary elevated privileges for a specific task, ensuring that sensitive credentials are not exposed for extended periods. Use password vaults to securely store credentials. Implement just-in-time access to minimize credential exposure. Rotate passwords and encryption keys periodically. Now, let's summarize what we've learned about designing an identification and authentication strategy. Identification verifies who a user claims to be, while authentication proves their identity. Authentication, authorization, and accounting are critical for access control. Multi-factor authentication, MFA, and passwordless authentication enhance security. Secure session management prevents session hijacking and unauthorized access. Federated identity and single sign-on SSO simplify authentication while maintaining security. Credential management systems and just-in-time access reduce the risk of credential theft. By implementing these best practices, organizations can strengthen their authentication mechanisms, prevent unauthorized access, and protect sensitive data. This concludes our module on identification and authentication strategies. Up next, federated identity with a third-party service. Stay secure.